Hi guys, welcome back to Press X to Talk. This is the very first episode of 2026 and we're super excited to be back after the holidays. As always, I'm here with my co-host Dom, known in the gaming world as FPS Devil 96. But today's going to be quite a laid-back, chilled-out catch-up after the holiday break, which is something that we've needed because I don't think we've actually spoken to each other for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks? Not 3
3
weeks?
weeks, mate. Yeah, actually 3 weeks. Too busy with life, so yeah.
Yeah, Christmas and stuff.
Aye, been very busy at work. Christmas with the family. New Year's drinking. Takes its toll, you know what I mean? I'm not 18 anymore, Don.
I know, oh God, mate. Do you know what? I think after the whole Christmas holiday, the Christmas and the New Year's holiday, I drank 2 bottles of beer.
Really?
That's it. And because the thought of a hangover genuinely scares the living out of me. Scares the life out of me.
I think I went the opposite way, mate. Between my Christmas party and Mad Friday, so the Friday before Christmas, I drank 29 pints, and that's from what I can just remember. That's 16 litres of alcohol. So yeah. So my New Year's resolution for 2026 was don't drink, and then New Year's Day I had a drink. Failed.
Didn't go too well, did it?
Didn't, mate. Lasted about half an hour. Anyway, yeah, so how was your Christmas and stuff?
To be honest with you, mate, it was all right. It was nice. It was very family orientated. I mean, I'm lucky in that aspect, for around Christmas to have quite a big family. Downside, there's a lot of travelling involved. I'm obviously going back and forth, up and down the UK.
Because you live in the arse end of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm up northeast now. And I've come across from the northwest?
Right, that's what,
northwest?
Yeah.
It isn't it?
Northwest, mate.
But yeah, it is. Do you know what it is, mate? It's because everybody up here seems to think Preston is in the south, and it drives me nuts when it's not. Like, it's northwest, mate.
But yeah, it's down on to right, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah,
I mean,
left.
Technically speaking, it's south. But yeah, no, if you're in Newcastle, it's down. It's down on right.
Yeah, but you're Manchester, and Manchester's not south. It's Midlands.
Not Midlands. Birmingham's Midlands.
Well, Midland, yeah, it is. So then, yeah, you're still north, east, west, northeast.
West.
Fucking, what's going on? Has my drink been laced?
He's had a stroke.
I know, I've had a stroke. I've obviously not recovered from the Christmas holidays.
Military man doesn't know north, east, west, and south. East, south, west, even.
No, mate, it's been class, to be fair. It's been very family orientated. Spent time with a lot of family. Didn't drink, obviously. Just all about the kids. Got our little lad an electric drum kit, which he loves. I'm not going to get him an actual one because, well, I'm not an idiot. He'll keep us up all night. So he sits there with his headphones on and bashes away and stuff.
But he's turning into next Travis Barker.
That's the plan, mate. That's the plan. I tried getting him into the next Rory McIlroy, but he's not a fan of golf, so he hates it.
It's got taste.
Yeah, that's it. But I do have a second child, so hopefully she'll pick up a set of golf clubs.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. How's the golfing going?
It's winter, innit? Winter season, so the clubs have been packed away until it'll be March, April time when it starts opening up again. The thing is, it gets a little bit boggy, so it's hard to get a decent rounding without losing too many balls because you'll hit a decent shot, but then your ball gets bogged into the grass and you just lose too many. So it's almost not worth going out, really.
So stay in. Clubs away. Mouse and keyboard out.
That's the one, mate. Get
and
this podcast out there.
That's it.
Do some travelling and stuff. Bit of gaming. I did a lot of that over the Christmas holidays.
What have you been playing?
So I've been playing a little game called Warframe.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
You've heard of it?
I have.
Recently, or do you know much about it or no?
Came out in 2013 and all that. Bit old.
Yeah, so it's a bit old, but
still got a following, isn't it?
Massive following, So it's constantly being updated with like quests and stuff. The support and the community is probably one of the nicest and engaging communities you could I've ever seen in any games that I've played. And that's coming through remember how interactive, I know it would what was it, Modern Warfare 09, Modern Warfare 2 lobbies where everyone was talking with each other, but it's a bit of a different, it's not quite like that. It's just talkative, you can speak to anybody on it. You've got a question, you whack it out there, mate, you'll get an answer like that off someone. They welcome new players all the time. They have a phrase called baby tenors, which is what you ask. Basically, you're a space ninja going around these planets doing quests, essentially.
Right.
To really fucking numb it down a little bit, and without giving too much away. And when you're new, you've got something called your mastery rank. I'm only mastery rank 7, and I'm still classed as a baby tenor, is what they call it.
Okay.
Now, a tenor is what your Space Ninja is essentially. It's a tenno.
Like race, essentially, kind of.
So yeah. So yeah, you've got a tenno, and I'm still baby tenno. And one of me is still quite. I know I played it 10 years ago. There's that much to learn about the game. I've only just now started to understand how to unlock what they call like prime parts,
right?
Which is like a better version of the tenno you want. There's like 16 different tennos you can use and unlock. The customization on it's just mental. It's like a massive farming game, so it's not like it's a grinding game. So
sounds grindy.
Yeah, it's like really grindy. So if you like your grinding games and stuff, it's class. But I've been smashing that over the Christmas, and it's so addictive. It's ridiculous. I think I've done. My brother Nathan, he's done over 160 hours.
Yeah, well, you've done 92. I checked the other day,
and I've done 92, and I'm a casual gamer, mate. I've worked every day. So to put it into perspective, how many hours I put into Warframe, I've worked every day all the way up until Christmas Eve. Okay, and then I was back in Boxing Day. Worked every day through whatever, and then New Year's. So I was off the bank holidays, but I worked every single day up until then, and I've bagged 90 some hours.
Mad. Good effort, that. It's a shame you couldn't do that with any other game.
I was waiting for that. What, like Apex?
Yeah. Apex, when we was trying to build a fucking team, but I was the only one who gave a shit. Anyway, moving on. Let's not fall out. It's 2026.
Yeah. Let's not do me and all that. Well, what about these? Have you played anything over the Christmas holidays, or have you just been working and then getting wasted?
Well, I've dabbled a bit back in Battlefield. I actually streamed a bit yesterday, and to be fair, my retention span was like non-existent. I think the game's just, I don't want to say dead, but like if anybody who's following me on X, like I've been ranting on it there. I think if somebody needs to stand up and speak about things where games are going, then this is obviously what this channel's for. So let's kind of touch
absolutely.
on this. Battlefield, we've been playing the same tempo game since October. It's just an EA thing. Like EA DICE right now, like they're just an EA across the board. I don't know what's going on, but this studio is the biggest studio in gaming. They do FIFA, they do like Apex. Well, they're behind Apex along with Respawn. They do like most big games, right? Their push on content is so bad. So speaking specifically for Battlefield 6, like I said, we've been playing since it came out in October. And when you look at what's released, we've had 2 new maps, the golf course one, Eastwood, I think it's called, and Blackwell Fields for the multiplayer. Obviously, we've had RedSec release, which, let's be completely honest, it's just a carbon copy of Warzone. And I think it's better than Warzone. And like weapons, I think we've had like a new shotgun that's shocking. You might as well just melee people. And like a couple of SMGs. Like, to put this in perspective, when Battlefield 3 came out in 2011, within the first 3 weeks, they released Back to Karkand. And this had 4 new maps and 10 new weapons within 1 month. So tell me why, like in 2026 or /5, like the back end of it, these studios can't like they're just so lazy. Like, we're now paying more for games because of the cost of living, and inflation. Like, that's obviously like just the AAA title now. The average price of a AAA title now is like between £60 and £90 if you're a mushy bee and pay for a special edition like me and you. But like, we shouldn't have to be paying that and have less content. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
I feel like a lot of them rely too much on like battle passes and things like that as well to try and make it look like you're getting your money's worth, and it's really not. And I said, like, I'll hold my hand up. I know we were really hyping this game up for quite some time, from like pretty much day one. And I did say like they need to sit, like something needs to happen, because I lost interest pretty quickly. I'll be honest, and I said they need to do something, and when they did the update and it glitched the game out for everybody, I've not played it since.
Reset everybody's settings, didn't it?
It's reset everything, and it's proper like, it's sort of like I found it kind of hard to basically I've found it hard to forgive them for messing up, because essentially, like you said, you and me, we paid £100 for this, and I'm yet to see. I mean, the first week was like spot on. It was brilliant. And when the game actually dropped and then we got our money's worth, can't complain. I'm happy with that. Like, I'm glad with what we got and stuff. I definitely think it was worth it. But like you said, as time's gone on, it's the same
They've been playing the same game for
It's
months.
the same. It's literally the same game. But then I suppose in the same breath though, like I think that's where we're sort of stuck as in first-person FPS shooter, like era, so to speak. Because then you look at games that are like Fortnite, Battlefield, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Warzone. What can you do differently, really, to make your game stand out? Like I know, obviously, Fortnite's got its own niche where we joke about Fortnite nearly every episode, where they're coming out with some crazy stuff. I think I've seen Homer Simpson throwing some stuff about the other week. You know,
I think I saw that.
You know what I mean? So the way Fortnite go about it is pretty easy for them, I think. It's easier for them to come out with new content because the way they've been clever about it. So if somebody drops a new song, that's a new artist they can bring in. If there's a new film that comes out, that's new characters they can bring in. You know, new films. Where when you go down the path of like Battlefield and Call of Duty is sort of slightly leaning, I don't want to say towards like the Fortnite vibes, but the final boss in Call of Duty has just been like, personally, I'm laughable. That's just gone. They've tried something different, mate, and personally, I don't think it's worked.
No.
But when you look at a game like Battlefield, with the following of Battlefield, where you're a little bit more of your hardcore milsim players, so to speak. Not hardcore, obviously. You want to go hardcore, you go for like
armor, squad,
and that sort of stuff. But I mean, like if you know, just a little step up. There's not really much Battlefield can do differently without completely breaking their niche, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I get that, and I like how they're staying grounded to the roots and what they've said with like skins and stuff. But like, again, when you look at the content that is released in the last 2 to 3 weeks, you've had a winter update, which is just a reskin of like a Division. Like, do you remember Tom Clancy's The Division? Like, they did like a simple thing where like you had to stand next to like barrels in the snow to keep yourself warm and stuff like like a survival mode. They've just again carbon copied that. Like I feel like it's just recycled content from other games. Like RedSec is just recycled Warzone, but again plays better. I'll always say this, and I will agree with that. Like people will like talk against me on the skill gap of it. Like the skill gap is probably higher in Warzone if I'm being completely honest. Like it takes more of a skillful player to play that, but I don't know. There's something about RedSec that is good. But going back to just like the multiplayer of Battlefield 6, it's falling flat, and it's falling flat quick. Like you look at the Steam numbers, like they've gone from 760 something thousand on launch day to, I think I checked on X this morning before work, and we're now under 100K concurrent players and about 4K concurrent viewers on Twitch. So that's just showing you how fast that's falling off with people's interest. Yeah, I think they need to do something. And like, if they're waiting for the next season to release content, we're talking 3 weeks away. The end of season 1 is in 3 weeks. Like, are we going to play the same pace game for another 3 weeks? It's a shame. It won FPS of the year. It literally won FPS of the year.
It did.
And they're just letting a game.
Like I said, like questioning what can they do
to keep release more guns, man.
I mean, yeah, but then like, I suppose you could release more guns, maps and stuff. But then I think
they have to go heavy on it.
Going back a few years ago now, I think I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I think the only biggest change to Battlefield that they did was, didn't it become like cops and robbers at one point?
Yeah, Hardline.
Hardline, that's the one. That was a big change. I mean, it did all right. You know, they tried to stay grounded with the the style of the style of game or the niche sort of thing. Yeah. Tried something different that worked. I mean, but with a game like Battlefield, unless you release a completely new game, there's not. Personally, I don't think there's much you can change other than adding new things to battle passes. But then that goes back to what we were saying, like a game's just relying too much on battle passes.
Yeah, 100%, and they're just clawing money of cosmetics, and EA is so bad for this. Like they're
like bad. They are so bad for that.
They're 100% the worst. Like other studios do it, like Ubisoft and shit, but like nothing to the level of EA. But if we're talking about like game retention, like you're talking about like what else can they do? But look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty releases every single year, right? And arguably the last 3 have been shite. Let's just be honest. But it's still, people still buy it, people still play it. Like, and no matter how bad their game is, there is always that audience. Like, and there's always them playing it, like all the time. And I just don't think Battlefield's got that. It's missing.
Yeah,
that,
I mean, they do. Call of Duty, you know, we've said Call of Duty, we've said in the past, they do have a very, very strong following, and the thing is, they've got that potential to make them games. Like if you look at the games that released in the past, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, obviously, but like your games like World at War and stuff they are very good games, and they hype them up so much you genuinely think like, oh, this year's going to be like the best game. Call of Duty was so hyped up, and personally, I don't think it lived up to the expectation, because within a couple of days of that game being released and people completing the story, it become a little bit of a laughing stock.
Yeah, definitely.
With the final Fortnite final boss and that. It's one of them, innit? You've got to do something different. Then how different can you make the game, or without losing the the main point of the game, if that makes sense?
Yeah,
like, if you change Battlefield too much, it's no longer Battlefield.
That's what I mean. I don't think you can shift the core mechanics of the game. I think you just have to have a team dedicated to push content. You have to be releasing maps. You have to be releasing weapons. You have to keep things fresh. Switch the tempo of the game. Give people something to grind. We've been playing the same 6 maps for fucking months. Do you know what I mean? It's boring. But yeah, he's got to the point.
Have you played the story yet?
A little bit. But again, that didn't get like the best review. That got a worse review than COD, because it was apparently too predictable. But again, I've not got time for that. Like, and as a streamer, like, I was so excited to look for this. Like, I wanted to try and get a team to compete in RedSec and tournaments and stuff. Like, the competitive edges fell off. There's been one elite series, and there's talks from former Apex pros and other professional players that are trying to be in the pro scene for it, about that it hasn't got a future, probably because of the lack of content and interest. So it had me going through Steam yesterday looking for a new game to play.
Wow.
I'm probably gonna be jumping on Warframe with you, if I'm honest. It even crossed my mind about returning to Apex, but that's a dying game as well. It's full of cheaters, and I don't want to keep talking over the same 3 games of Battlefield, Apex, and COD, but they are the market.
Mainstream, yeah. Are both, to be fair, we're both mainstream FPS first person. For first person shooters, that's what we are. That's the games we play. So I know it feels like we talk about them a lot, but that is sort of our niche, so to speak. But another one, which has fallen victim to hackers, which I think you might have heard of, is a personal favourite of mine, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, is it fucked now? Yeah.
Massively, yeah. So they've completely hacked it to the point where they've given nearly every single account 26 million renown. Oh, mate, so they can buy whatever anything they want. With Black Eye skins and stuff, that are going to be one of the rarest things in the game. They've given people every single Black Eye skin. Do you remember how we comment on how we joke about how in the top corner of the screen where it says this person's banned?
Yeah, well, we featured that, didn't we, on Press X to Cheat?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Now they've been typing messages in it, lyrics to song has been banned. So they'll be like, I has been banned. Has been banned. They'll be like, I want it that way. All the way down the screen.
I want it that way.
Has been banned for cheating all the way down the screen. So
that's pretty jokes.
That's another game. It is funny, but they've completely destroyed the game, because I think they've turned around and said, look, if you've spent this renown and these points and credits and stuff that these hackers have given you, we're not going to punish you for spending them, because at the end of the day, it's their mistake and stuff. I don't want to give credit to hackers and stuff, but I'll give credit where it's due. Now, these guys are famously known for not working on the weekends. They're famously known for not working on the holidays. And these hackers hit these at the start of the Christmas holiday. So this hack has been put in place all the way through the Christmas holiday, up until, probably a few days before this episode will be released, before it'll get fixed. So, I mean, we could probably log into it and have all this credit and stuff to spend.
We might have to
get it and spend it quick.
Yeah, but where the real kick in the dick is at, though, is look, think about the people that have been playing this for the past 10 years and put all that money in.
Yep. These people spent exactly that's the issue. But then, in terms of battle passes and cosmetics and stuff, where do you go from that? Because these hackers have just completely boycotted the system and given everybody everything on the game. So now, if you want to make money through your microtransactions, you're gonna have to bring out a whole new wardrobe, essentially.
Kind of dig it though. I like how, in a way, this microtransaction bullshit needs to stop, man. And I'm sorry for swearing, but like it's too heavy on every single game. Battle passes, microtransactions. Like, just remember the days back in the day where like just buy a game and the game's the game. Like,
you just play it, don't I?
Yeah, like what happened to that? And like this is probably an episode for another day, but like is online gaming dying now because of this? The hacking. We'll touch on that in the future. It's not for today.
All right,
But,
well, I won't answer it then.
Yeah.
I won't answer it. I've got my answer now for that. Like,
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for the next one. So, obviously we've spoken about gamers and hackers and cheaters and stuff. Have you got any like New Year resolutions? We'll try and lighten the mood a little bit. New Year resolutions in terms of gaming, because I know you were chasing your top 10 in the UK, but obviously with your line of work, it's become a bit of an impossible challenge.
Yeah, Christmas has killed that. That's gone. Yeah, that's done. I was grinding like on my annual leave, and he was going very well. I was in a good position, good pace. Like, was definitely on for top 10. But then Christmas peak happened, and in my line of work, that is key time for terrorism. So I had to keep people safe. Couldn't really do that. But yeah, New Year's resolutions, just be a bit more consistent with my streaming. I'm probably going to shift my content now because, again, like I said, I think Battlefield's becoming stale. What really depends if I shift my content will be the release of Season 2 in 3 weeks. Like, we'll see what comes with that.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be like 4 things to each season. I feel like we've had 2 for Season 1. But yeah.
Yeah.
What other New Year's?
I genuinely feel like it's going to make or break Battlefield this season.
100%. Yeah.
Now, I did say, and you called me out on it, to be fair, and I was like, it's the same as like every other Battlefield. If there's a hype, you'll play the game, and then it dies off, and then the only people that stay there and play the game are the diehard Battlefield fans, you know. And it's always been like that. So, mate, if you want to come across to Warframe,
thinking about it,
I'll take you on the wing, mate. Don't worry about it. No, honestly, it's a game you will really enjoy it.
Well, we're joking about it. I downloaded it last night.
Good lad. I was thinking of getting Fortnite on the go, to be fair.
Do you know what? I might. Like, we slag Fortnite off, right? But
we keep talking about it.
They do everything well. Like, they do this wacky shit, but it's content, and it keeps it fresh. Their audience is a younger audience. It keeps them engaged. Like, they're winning, man. They're doing it right. Like, and we can complain about it all we want, and we can say it's a kid's game or whatever. And like, when like you're playing a serious game like Battlefield and you get like smashed by a team, everyone's like, "Oh, you're a noob. Go and play Fortnite." But like, mate, the skill gap in Fortnite is fucking ridiculous. Like, do you know how good of a player you have to be good at that game? Like, it's insane. Like,
yeah, the building and stuff as well.
Yeah, mate,
the mechanics on it are just crazy.
Catches castle in 10 seconds.
That's literally it. Stairway to Heaven. You're like, what the fuck?
Not happening. If I'm playing it, I'm playing no build. I'm not getting.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very good addition to that game when they put that in, because they lost a lot of players.
I have to look at that,
Yeah, because they did. They lost a lot of players when the people figured out the mechanics of the building and stuff. Because they didn't change the mechanics. I don't think they just kept it the same, and people figured it out. And then like your mouse and keyboard players started using keybinds and like buttons at the side of your mouse and stuff, and just like literally clicking it and dragging it everywhere. And that's how people are spinning around building, like you said, Cherkess's castle.
Yeah, something like that. I don't even know how to say it properly.
They're building all that sort of stuff. So,
well, that's how it got its fame, didn't it? And that's how the big streamers like got their traction from that game. Like, there was a guy somebody will be able to help me out in the comments. I can't remember his name, but he played for TSM, my favorite org. So I know everything about. Like, he got signed for TSM, and he was known for his building at the time. And then it was when they changed everything. Well, they didn't change the mechanics of it. It was when people started learning how to do it, he fell off. But one thing what changed massively was they made it easier for controller players to build, because the M&K players were like miles ahead.
Those are
Yeah. So when they made that easier, like, controller players, wouldn't say dominated more, but they was catching up. Do you know what I mean? And then, it made some big people famous, like Ninja.
Ninja's the one I was trying to think of. He really popped off, didn't he?
What's his name? This other guy.
After thingy, but I mean, like, that goes back, like, from that goes back to like keeping a balance, like a game well balanced. Because when you've got a game like Fortnite and Battlefield and Call of Duty and stuff, cross-plat is a massive thing on them sort of games. So again, going back to Fortnite, what they did correctly, when they updated the mechanics for the controller players, that sort of kept all the controller players in game, like, and up at the same, not up to the same level, but relatively close to the same level as PC players, which kept it very interesting, to be fair. And I mean, in terms of like, you and me like to be competitive gamers and stuff, and in terms of being a competitive gamer at Fortnite, I think they hosted the first player, I might be wrong, but the first player to win a multi-million, I think it was a £2 million tournament, which was the highest paying prize pool at the time. A 13-year-old won it.
Yeah, that's...
And I couldn't believe it. I thought $2 million at 13. What'd you buy other than Fortnite skins? You know,
save it, don't you? Stick it all on black. Give it your parents. Stick it all on black.
Yeah. So,
I'm not encouraging gambling, by the way, but yeah.
So in 2026, it sounds like we're going to smash Warframe. We're going to wait for the second season of Battlefield, see what happens there. We're going to smash Warframe. Looks like we're jumping on the Fortnite. What I'd like for us to do, which I think would be really funny for these guys as well, is if we start playing multiplayer horror games.
Oh yeah, I'm all over it. I think we need to.
It'd be hilarious.
I think we need to start more of Repo, because I was looking over our clips the other day. Funny is like that needs to go on my TikTok. Maybe a bit more of Lethal Company. Like, I've not give that a proper go. Yeah. Like, we need to give that.
No,
a proper go.
We've not. Have a look at some stuff. Yeah. So I mean, that's speaking of what's up to 2026. We've got to think. We're going to really try and push this franchise out, to be fair. With like, what we're going to do is daily episodes or clips released on Fortnite. Oh, I can't get my words out anymore.
Just had a stroke, can't you?
I know, again, twice in one episode.
Oh, burnt toast?
Always. It's contagious. I'm telling you, we're getting old. So I mean, we're going to play, these games. We'll give these new games a bash in 2026. On top of that, we'll probably release clips and snippets on TikTok, on our other socials as well, every day, if not every other day. Plus, we're planning to go into these pro gaming competitions, interview some of these players, but more importantly, interview and speak to some of you guys and have a really good catch up and ask how your year's been and stuff, which I think would be really good. There's a lot of exciting things to come for this Press X to Talk in 2026.
It's going to be a big year. It's going to be a big year.
It's going to be a big year. Yeah, man, it's going to be a great year. But, instead of just DMing us, I know we've said messages on TikTok and stuff, and obviously over the Christmas holidays, it's been a bit of a nightmare. So what we've also done is wrong one.
What we've also done is fuck all, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, it's his first day.
Yeah, it's my first day. No, so what we've done is we've set up an email address. So instead of just trying to reach us through TikTok and stuff, send us an email at pressxtotalkpodcast@gmail.com. And I'm on there every day anyway, just searching for emails, because like I said, we've got big things, if we bump into the right contacts as well that can help us make these live visits possible, then get in touch, it'd be great. But other than that, I think that's us done for Press X to catch up, I reckon.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Press X to catch up. So, like always, man, go and give FPS Devil a follow, XDB. I only really post on this anyway. Send us a message, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Peace.